For some reason, the session from last week, the video did not render, which made me doing my recap 30 minutes ago quite difficult. But luckily for any viewer and Nuwala, there's a lengthy recap for a very interestingly long and involved session. Because when we last left our heroes, following the defeat of Golroth, the infernal leader of the devil army that had laid siege to Arnor, the group found rest at the Wathwain Temple, and in the morning learned that the Gajangadog Orp troops had come to Arnor's aid and were awaiting orders from the Glassbreakers. The group decided to send half of the troops to investigate the now fallen Karnas Academy, and the other half to attempt to secure the Arnor Keep. After this, they decided to make a visit to the Colosseum of Champions, where they believed the Barrington parents were being held, and hoped to claim some of the automatons that lay dormant in the storage facilities in the structure. Here, though, they discovered the Barringtons and Nuwala's elven ally, Aaliyah, posted in the center of the Colosseum, hanging from chains, along with a large and odd mossy growth overtaking the far side of the Colosseum. Vondel, upon turning invisible and making his way to cut down the captives, heard a voice ring out from the king's perch, and there he could see a jackal-looking individual on the throne. And in his true form, Smalls called out for the Glassbreakers to surrender their magical items in trade for their friends' lives. Never the ones to surrender, though. The Glassbreakers refused, and with that, the mossy growth began to move, opening wide in the doorway that it held, with vicious and hungry creatures descending from a blackened opening, surging towards the group. Rushing to the captives' aid, it was soon revealed that not everything, or everyone, was what it seemed. Magic attacks against the Glassbreakers seemed to come from nowhere, Eliza and Alexander Barrington both proclaiming the other was an imposter, Aaliyah attacking Nuwala with vicious hunger, and from the King's Perch, a squat, deep gnome, much akin to Aaron, made himself known, slinging their own brand of magic against the group. Alexander, after being cut down, was then revealed to be John Barrington in disguise, and as the deep gnome above was disintegrated by Aaron, the illusion of the jackal in the king's seat revealed to be the true Alexander Barrington, heavily wounded from several targeted attacks, and a flying jackal appeared on the battlefield. Eventually, Nuwala cut down her elven friend, who began dissolving into a familiar black ichor on the ground, leaving only her gear behind. Caught in the middle of the chaos, Eliza Barrington also soon fell after, followed by John Barrington, as his brothers separated him from the group and cut him down, leaving only the jackal creature and the moss that had made its way to the nearest creature it would hope to consume. Soul blade in hand, Vondel was able to drive the dagger deep into Small's body, and as it collapsed, Vondel could feel a radiating energy from the blade surge from it through him. Taking a scan of the field, the group quickly rushed to Eliza's aid as Wallace manifested the necessary diamonds into existence and called Eliza's spirit back into her body once more. And as we pop into the game, Eliza takes that fresh breath of air into her lungs. She's looking very, very badly wounded. Her skin is charred black almost all over. And the remains of Smalls are starting to dissolve into a pile of goo, though it seems that some of his equipment is remaining, while John's body lies motionless and torn apart in the far corner near Aldrin and Philip. What are you guys doing?
Philip, do you wish for me to bring your brother back? I need to know quickly.
Back to life, or
Yes.
just
Would it be wise to expend yourself so, Aldrin? We may have need of that in the future. The day is young. still, and we've already seen a lot.
Yes, perhaps I'll put this ball in your court, Aldrin. Whether or not you think it's worth the expending your strength.
I think the best Barrington that we could have hoped for is standing next to me.
Wallace has a big grin at that.
DM, did you see my message?
Oh, yes, shoot. I'm so sorry. Let me look at it. Why do I not have any notifications from you? Oh, okay. Nuala's friend Aaliyah is no longer a corpse. Besides, it looks like the armor that she was wearing and her greatsword, her body slowly began to dissolve into that black ichor that you've seen these other fiends dissolve into when they die.
Okay.
I guess I'll go towards Smalls and just pick up or look through the equipment that's remaining from him.
Okay. While you're doing that, Eliza is not moving. She's kind of starting to panic and doesn't really know what to do. It's basically just Wallace and Nuala standing over her.
I'd probably run over. As
I
well.
believe I carried her. Like as soon as I revived her, I not carried her, but ushered her to at least the doorway that we entered from. So she's at least in some shaded area. I think it would just be Wallace with her.
Okay.
Right for right now, immediately.
What were what were you saying then,
Wallace
Philip,
would
about
be...
it?
Well, also because I'd probably be running over as well.
Okay. So yeah, you two can guide her.
Yeah.
Wallace would be trying to calm her if I need to do a persuasion check to say it's easy, be at peace, Eliza. The worst of this is done now, and you are safe for the time being.
She's currently kind of a mixture of speechless and stunned. It's difficult getting her onto her feet. She is alive and at 1 hit point, but she is very badly scarred with burns all over. But you guys are able to kind of make her over to the doorway.
Is my
Go
is my father? Where's my father?
He is
this
currently
kind of
still
situation?
tied up on that throne seat. If anything, here I'm gonna give you guys oriented. I'll just throw you in the map quick. So yeah, you guys would be over here with Eliza. Oh, I lost Eliza. She's over here in the doorway by you guys. I don't need to put a token down. But yeah, so he's currently still tied up there. And you can see that he has a gag over his mouth.
Aaron would probably get on his broom of flying and fly up there just to see
for sure
what's left of everything up there.
Besides Alexander, who's tied up and badly hurt, you just see a rather large pile of ash from where that other gnome spellcaster was standing when you disintegrated him.
Mm-hmm.
But Vondel, you notice two things. You notice that one, it looks like Smalls had a bag that he carried that has remained. And you notice that there's this weird, I guess, torso shape is the best way to put it. Sort of substance that looks like it's remaining. You can kind of see areas where the black ichor is kind of buried it a little bit. But you can clearly make out where there's a headspace and arm sleeves. But it's this weird sort of watery, glassy air type of looking item.
Okay.
But you're not sure what it is.
But when I it's solid still. It's not
Yeah,
doesn't,
you can reach up and touch it. and you realize that it is solid, but it feels very, it's surprisingly warm to the touch. You're not sure if it's the ichor that's doing that, but your hands don't pass through it. But it's odd because as you do touch it, it's almost like you can feel your hand go through it, and there's a slight vibration, but it doesn't cause any pain or anything. It's a very surreal experience being able to touch it while also not being able to understand how you're touching it, because it seems like it just goes through, but you're making like physical contact. You can interact with it.
Yeah, I kind of like, once I touch it, I kind of like jump back just a little bit. I'm like, just when I've seen it all. And would I assume that he had been wearing, or like he had this on him, or in the set, or was it just in the bag with his?
Yeah, you can see that it looks like he was wearing it. While he was wearing it, you weren't able to necessarily notice it. It just looked like he was just wearing what looks like he had a set of robes on of sort. But you can see you saw where he fell, where you stabbed him.
Yeah.
And you can see that it looks like he must have been wearing this, kind of orienting how the body's collapsing, and where this item remains.
Alright. And then, if I get the bag, I'll just, I guess, look through the insides of it and see what I find.
As you kind of reach into the bag, is there something you're looking for, or?
I mean, if it's just like if it's like a is it like would I assume it's like a components pouch? For, like,
no,
spellcasting,
it's think of it like a really big purse.
I'll just dump it out. I'll just like turn it inside out and dump it out.
Okay.
I don't think I'm looking for anything specific.
Right. 1 second.
I might call up as well. Is she all right? How does everything look up there?
He's a little bit damaged, right?
Yeah, he's looking a little bit hurt, but you can see that he's breathing. It looks like he is unconscious right now, though.
He'll survive.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna start like, I have a dagger on me. I can cut the binds that are on him right now.
Yeah, you're able to pull it out of him, or pull him out of the bindings. That is.
Gotcha. Guess so he's unconscious.
Yeah. Well, he think of it not in the mechanical sense like when you guys go unconscious. He's just like asleep.
Gotcha.
He's not used to the battles you guys do.
I plan on bringing him down. Would I be able to put him onto my broom or no?
I'd say you're small enough that it can definitely carry. I would say for now it says you can carry you both. It'll be difficult with him unconscious.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and lower him down. But before I do that, I'm gonna just kick my foot through the ashes. There's nothing left behind, correct?
No, there's not.
Okay. Alrighty. And then I put him on the broom and I start lowering ourselves down to like right here.
Okay. Oh, I apologize. There technically is. You see that there's a components pouch, but it's nothing fancy or anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yes. But yeah, I'd say if with enough time, you can take and kind of, you're a smart guy. You can balance, you do the math, and kind of sling him over the broom and slowly lower you both down onto the floor of the stadium.
He seems to be surviving, but he probably should get medical assistance.
Now, perhaps we make a stop by the temple for at least a short while. Drop them off, make sure that they're all right and good care.
Yes, of course. But before we leave, though, do we want to try to wake up your father and ask him if he knows anything about the automatons?
Is
below.
he? Can he be woken? Could
I think it
could we
would do
try
him
and
well
wake
to
him up?
see your face first, Philip.
Well, I guess I'd kind of kneel down and, well, I guess for starters, would like a slight jostle do anything for him?
To your father?
Yes.
Yeah, you give him just kind of a little bit of a shake. It takes a moment or two, but eventually you do see as his eyes opens. And I'm assuming that Aaron ungagged him.
I mean, we could if he's down with us.
Oh yeah, if he's not already.
Yeah, if not, we'll assume you did it while he's being jostled.
He refuses to speak, Philip. I don't know why.
His kind of eyes dart open, and he kind of tries to sit up for a second before clutching his chest.
See,
So,
don't.
where's your
please.
mother?
She's fine. Please don't try and sit up too fast.
He kind of like looks around, kind of surveying what's going on, and just sees these piles of bodies and the strange moss that's now unmoving, and the several piles of black ichor. Where's Eliza? It's a.
You're safe. Mother is safe. John is gone.
He fled.
Fled from this mortal world.
Oh.
Mm.
He kind of goes silent and hangs his head for a moment. Says, I didn't. Go ahead.
We can spend some time to grieve, at least once we get you to safety. But we must ask you first. Before we deal with those matters, on a subject more relevant to how do I word it? Let's stay focused for a moment. Do you know?
Sorry, can I get
sorry.
his name again? The father's name?
Oh,
Just forget.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Yeah.
I think seeing Philip kind of at a loss for the words, Wallace would pipe in, Alexander, do you recall before the Colosseum fight that we suggested you speak to the Karnas Academy about possibly requisitioning some of their automatons for your own personal guard?
I do. I don't believe they were delivered yet, but why do you ask?
Did you have any conversations surrounding their function, how they would work if they were to be delivered to you? There are quite a number of them downstairs, as I'm sure you may know. And I don't believe I have to tell you their value. If we could get them activated and working in the defense of Arnor, but alas, we lack the method to bring them up.
I mean, yes, they have a command word, Allah, that whoever speaks it takes control of it. It will obey your commands.
Thank you, Alexander. That is more helpful than I believe any of us can fathom right now.
Now, will we be activating them now and then leaving this place, or shall we, or would it be best to?
I believe we should while we are still here. That way, if anything, we can keep them stationed, some of them, to defend the Colosseum. to prevent any more of this malfeasance, and Wallace will gesture to the various piles of goop.
Of course. Father, if you wouldn't mind joining me, I can take you to Mother. Um, and well, Wallace, would you mind um taking some of the others and uh activating the rest of the automatons?
Not at all, Philip. See to your family. They've been through enough right now.
I guess I'd kind of start to help my father to his feet, um, and uh, make our way back over to Eliza.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you guys going somewhere specific, or?
I think we might just be waiting near, perhaps like one of the, perhaps the entrance that we came in, because that should still be safe.
Okay. Gotcha. Coming back around, Vondel, you turn the bag upside down, and nothing comes out. What is Nuala doing right now?
I have I have no idea. I'm trying to keep up with. So what's everybody really doing? I know Philip's gonna go with his family, and then what else is everybody doing?
If I see Nuala standing over by her friend's remains, I'm going to walk over to Nuala. I am. I do not regret what I had to do, Nuala, but I am sorry for any loss that you feel.
Was Aaliyah, was she like under control, or was she just actually just not a good person? Wait.
I'd say anybody who wants to, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh man.
Why not? She was shouting a lot in Elvish, and she seemed to be very angry, and then I think she bit you?
She did bite her.
Yes. Oh, Nuala, because you were the only one who speaks Elvish, I think now. She did speak Elvish to you. Her voice sounded different though. It was. It sounded contorted is almost the best way to describe it. And she basically was in a manic state describing how delicious you looked and how she was going to enjoy feasting upon you. With a 29 though from Aaron and even a 21 from Vondel. Actually, shoot, 16 would do it too for Aldrin. You know that Nuala has used has an ability kind of to sense certain types of creatures, and that ability was used around Aaliyah before, and she didn't read on anything extraplanar or anything. And you do know that it seemed that these specific types of creatures seem to kind of dissolve into this black goo as opposed to their bodies remaining. And there's been a lot of how should I say disguises and subterfuge kind of going on. Aaron in particular, you do not think that this was the actual Aaliyah. But you're not sure where she would be or what the circumstance was, but you're fairly confident that this wasn't Aaliyah.
Gotcha.
But Nuala doesn't know that yet. She thinks her friend just kind of died or something. Right now.
Yeah, no, it depends. You guys can talk.
I mean, if Nuala is standing over Aaliyah right now, he'll walk up and So the ichor thing happened with her as well?
Yes.
Um, I don't believe this was your friend. I believe it was something impersonating your friend.
Are you sure, or is there still a possibility that that was her, or no?
Um, was Aaliyah with the Barrington family before they were whatever happened?
No, Aaliyah was with the for lack of a better word, air support troop, with like Kokirth and them during the original siege. And I think you guys did witness that there was some sort of meteor that crashed into the upper district kind of Arnor gate wall. That looked like it kind of hit that section of the troops. And you knew that Aaliyah was with them. She rode on the Coatls.
Oh, yeah. Second time freaking meteor. Okay.
You'd have no indication that Aaliyah and the Barringtons were like together at any one specific point.
The Smalls. Maybe he was behind it.
I never did trust that kid.
Yeah, I'm quite certain that this wasn't your friend.
Well, at least that brings me some peace of mind, but now I wonder where she is. Hopefully she's not this black goo somewhere else in the city. Who knows?
So Vonal, what are you doing with the bag and the weird airy thing?
I think I would just walk up to approach Aaron and just say, yeah, this was from Smalls. Frankly, I don't know what either of these things do, and I thought it'd be best in your hands. So.
Alrighty, and so it was the two items. You said it was a torso of some sort that was made out of like an air water type substance, and then a bag.
It's like as you kind of are Vonal, as you kind of handling carried over. It looks like it feels like it's almost like a shirt. But the other one then is a bag.
Alrighty. It doesn't seem to be. Is it like would I know if it's a bag of holding?
Give me an Arcana check.
Gotcha.
I could have done
16. You you turn it upside down. Nothing comes out, and you kind of look inside. You don't see anything. You reach inside, and you don't see anything. But you kind of give it the old once over, and being you have a bag of holding, you can determine that yes, this is a bag of holding.
Okay. Well, I hand the bag back over to Vondel. Well, I already have one of these, and it would do better in one of you guys' hands. And I might need to do a deeper look onto this shirt, but
Hey.
Thank you.
Good to know. Bag of holding.
Vondel, if you turn that bag inside out, everything that's in it will dump out.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, I'll try it.
Create a portal to another dimension and kill us all.
After I say that, I step back 10 feet.
Just don't put the bags inside each other. What?
Oh, no.
Do you do that, Vondel?
Yeah, why not? I need to know
Okay.
what's inside. My curiosity.
As you empty or you turn the bag inside out, several things fall out. One, it looks like there's some sort of pearl like object, a wand that seems very familiar to you, Vondel.
Oh God.
It looks like some sort of there's some sort of metalish rod and a compass. Two bags fall out. One substantially larger than the other. There are several scrolls that fall out. 5 in total, to be exact.
Damn it.
A pair of boots fall out.
Bastard.
Some sort of jug. And a necklace with a golden chain. And what looks to be a sort of heart-shaped medallion attached to it.
I was wondering where all that went. I was looking at my character sheet earlier,
bastard
and
took
I was
my
like,
shit.
"There's something gone here." Oh yeah, the immovable rod is gone.
Found it.
My wand.
But yes, it is the you do realize as you kind of reporting over is that this is indeed the Seeker's Compass, the immovable rod, the Wand of Identify, and the Pearl of Power. But the other items, who knows?
I'm gonna just pick up my immovable rod. Shame.
Now I feel good about killing him. Nick my shit. Right, yeah, and then was it just that was there any other like or was it just that fell out?
I mean, like all of that I just described fell out.
Okay.
About 10 or 11, 12, 13, whatever items in total.
Yeah, okay, whatever else that no one else picks out, I'll just pick back up and put it in the bag, but if
Okay.
anyone wants to take it, just holler at me.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't mind holding on to that pearl if no one else is.
Alright. Well, I'll hand it over to you.
And does Nuala take the compass back?
Yes.
Okay, I figured. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah. So then, otherwise, Vano, you're saying you're putting the necklace, the jug, the boots, the spells, the scrolls, and the 2 bags back in the bag.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
put everything else back inside.
What are you guys doing with the weird shirt?
Wear it.
I try to identify it, but I might do that later.
Okay.
He's more interested in Wallace's new discovery with the constructs. That's what I'll call them.
Yeah.
Aaron, will you join
The
me
robots.
in trying to activate the constructs downstairs?
Most definitely.
Philip, I expect you will begin to make your way to the temple with your parents as soon as possible. Will you be waiting for us?
At the temple?
Well, before you leave, will you wait for us before
Oh.
you leave to the temple, or will we meet you at the temple?
I think we can. I think we can wait here for the time being. I don't think it'd be safe anyway to be traveling alone.
It's a fair assumption. Well, DM, do we know if there was like I guess while we were here, there was like a waiting area
Mm-hmm.
for fighters and stuff that seemed, I guess, more of like a rest area.
Yeah, the green room.
Yes.
Locker.
Wallace will suggest that as a place for them to go to and wait.
Sure. We can head over there, and perhaps I can even see if they have seen or heard anything while they were stuck here. And I'd have like I guess I'd I'd want to spend some time, kind of prying a little bit on, like, well, I guess for starters, if they kind of saw or heard anything, that we might want to know about, like, going on here, or like how long they were here. I guess like what maybe when they first saw, like, when did they first see John since the attack in the city? Those kinds of questions.
Okay.
Basically, kind of get caught up on what all's been happening with them since I last saw them.
Yeah, we'll do a quick recap.
Yeah.
Who is going with the Barringtons and who is going to the Robots?
Wallace and Aaron so far are going Robots.
Nuala will go with them.
Okay. Where are Aldrin and Vondel going?
I'll stick with the Barringtons.
Okay.
Aldrin is going to pick up John's body.
Okay.
And he will be going to the constructs.
Alrighty. You just need to carry him like over your shoulder?
Yep.
Alright. It's kind of difficult. Philip can tell me how brutally John was cut up. Is he in one piece to be able to be carried, or is it
Oh, I didn't mutilate him.
Okay, I was curious.
Merely separated his head from his body.
Yeah. I didn't know how much Philip went red. How much focus there was.
Vondel amount. Vondel amount.
But okay. Yeah, if he's not mutilated, you can carry him. What's your strength score?
Just a second. I have a 12.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'd say you can carry him. Cool. Okay, so doing first the Barringtons with Vondel. You kind of prod them for what you can about what happened, and he basically runs down that John arrived at the estate with several, or brought them to the estate, and eventually several other men joined them. And as they went to leave, the little gnome that had been with you guys approached, killed the sort of guards, so to speak, that were working with John, and basically took John captive and brought them here. He then described about how once they got here, John and the little gnome apparently brokered a deal, after which the two parents were tied up and were put in a room with Aaliyah. And then he describes a vile humanoid-like creature that came in and ate Aaliyah. And then after a short period of time, the creature changed and took the form of Aaliyah and then donned her equipment.
A deal was made, so they captured John, or the wizard gnome captured him and made a deal.
And then turned on the Barringtons.
I mean,
Wasn't the first time.
still a betrayal. Don't feel bad still.
Such a gauging. Okay, and Aaliyah got eaten by this humanoid creature, and then it essentially transformed into the same appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Took on her visage.
that confirms that had to have been Aaliyah, and she's dead now. Did they mention, like, in the sense of eating her like whole, or like
Yeah,
I don't want
it
to pry
apparently
for,
ate all of them.
Well,
That's perhaps news we'll have to break to Nuala when they come back.
better you than me.
Oh,
I'm not really good with news.
well, I already broke some bad news already. Perhaps it's your turn.
Okay. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying I'm bad at it. But...
Well,
all right.
neither. I'm not too good at that myself.
All right. Let's see what else to ask. I think that's a good recap as it is, but how was she there? In terms of the area that she was, Aaliyah, with the air support,
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect to the Colosseum, what are we looking at? Like, how far, how close?
Switching over to the Arnor map, it's not very close.
Not very close.
For example, it's about here to there.
Okay.
They do describe that she looked badly beaten, and kind of roughed up. They came here, and she was chained up in the room that they were brought to.
Oh, she was already there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the impression that you get.
Got it. Okay, that one. Okay, so I'm assuming on the way from, or even before that time, the meteor hit, maybe she got taken. Who's that Eric guy? There was another person, right? I remember. It wasn't just
the other deep gnome.
Okay.
They don't have much information on him. He was
they-
just there. They just knew him as Eric.
Okay.
And because I know that we won't be hearing much from John anymore, but then again, he already came back from the dead once. But I'd also probably ask him if John explained any more on well, I think it's kind of implied, but I guess confirmate like any additional information on like oh no wait oh I think I did get it explained to me about how he survived, why he came back, was he so he originally came back to escort them.
So I see what you're saying. So the order of events with John and Eliza and Alexander, you can piece together.
Yeah.
Is that when is basically John was escorting them back to your parents' place after you guys realized Dagmar was John. From that night, he brought them back to the estate, and then from there turned on them again. And then he had his buddies show up. But then then during this, Aaron arrived. They heard a battle upstairs. Aaron left through the front door after John was like, "You should bounce." And then shortly after Aaron left, those three gentlemen arrived to escort them who knows where. And then that's when Smalls showed up and was like, "I'm here to rescue you, sirs and ma'am." And then they brokered a deal, apparently, on the way or at the Colosseum.
Somehow he managed to so essentially he managed to betray our family twice. First when he was blackmailing everyone as Dagmar. And then again as when he was bribed. The way I'd probably explain this to my father. The way I see it, I didn't kill him because he was already dead to all of us. And I think that may have been the first. That may be the first time I mentioned that I'm the one who killed him. Because until then, I don't think that I've specified who did.
Yeah. John speaks up. Eliza's still very, very quiet. He says, I don't blame you, Philip. I don't know how he faked his death, I guess, or why he did. I don't understand why he did a lot of the things he did.
Yeah, I had questions with him too. I mean, for a while I thought he was my boss, so that's cleared up. He truly is dead.
As much of the star child he was growing up, Father, I assure you that I will raise the prestige of our family to a far higher level than John ever could have.
For now, I will settle for just each other. I don't feel the usual drive for the prestige as I used to. It feels hollow now, meaningless.
I'm not sure what you mean. You were always the one who. As a boy, you were always the one to advocate those values in me and John. Now seems the most opportune time to act on those principles. I don't see why you'd falter in those principles now.
Does it? But look where it's gotten us. Playing games with each other, rising for a moment to the top, dropping again, allowing things like this to happen. I don't think it's a game I want to keep playing.
I give him a look for a moment as though I don't know him, and I say, well, I thought that the whole reason I left home was to make myself stronger, to impress you, and you can't just back down like that now.
I don't know what I want.
Oh.
I know I'm proud of you. For now, that seems like it's enough.
Father, when I first left home, the whole reason was to impress you, and like a frustrated sigh. Perhaps even, dare I say, well, I was always afraid to admit this, but maybe now's the time. Perhaps my motives have now outgrown that petty desire for recognition, and if you can't see what I see anymore. That's fine. But
Go ahead.
perhaps at least promise not to get in our own way.
Perhaps. For now, I think it's best that we get somewhere safer and figure out what we'll do next. He kind of drops his head into his hand and kind of just rubs his temple. I just don't know anymore. I've had to mourn the same son twice now. And don't get me wrong, Philip, I know I haven't given you the recognition you deserve. But I think maybe I was blinded by my own ambitions or goals, hopes, intentions of you and your brother, and the dealings I've done with some of these people as of late is... I feel ashamed.
Oh, I don't think you should quite feel ashamed, Father. I think you actually raised me. Perhaps your only shame would be in raising me too well. For I haven't quite lost that drive yet.
Hold on to it then, and make sure that drive and focus is centered on what it is you truly need, not what you want.
I will take that into consideration.
Very well.
Yeah.
And onto our other group.
Yes.
You guys, the four of you, make your way down to the storage facility, going past, again, the old chambers and sort of cages, and find yourselves in the automaton room. And one by one, you're able to speak that command word, Allah, and you see as the machines sort of come to life and stand at attention, awaiting commands you can feel. What are you doing with them?
Do they speak back at all, or are they just like almost mindless, like staring at you and waiting for input kind of thing?
Yeah, like I said, you give that command word, and you can see as a lot of them kind of move only so momentarily, in a sort of awakening type sense, before they are very, very idle once more. You can see in several of them where there are either eyes present, you can see a slight glow, or otherwise the very soft hum of some sort of, whether it's machinery inside or the arcane energy flowing back through them. You can tell that they are active, but other than that command word to awaken them, they don't otherwise act.
Okay. Second question, about how many of them are there? Remind me.
In this room, looks like there are a total of 28. The ones that are in here are, it looks like they're all exactly the same. They're these sort of All of these, there's kind of sort of squat, but very solid looking, sort of almost statuesque constructs. You can see that each one looks like it has either a blade or some sort of bludgeoning weapon that are affixed into each arm. There's no hands, but otherwise they are just basically these iron-looking humanoids.
I guess Wallace would consult with Aaron and Nuala. Where can we best use them? I know the temple would probably welcome additional soldiers, as tireless as these are. And we did have the orcs being sent around to different locations as well. Sorry, DM, remind me, where did we have them sent? To the academy, right?
Yeah, the academy and the keep is where you sent them, split in half.
Perhaps if these automatons came from the academy, there could be more of them there. We now know the command word. I do wish that there was someone around who knew a little bit more about where they all are and how we could best use them. I am not a battlefield tactician in any way. So
Would it be possible to use like locate object to try to find if there are other ones like in the Karnas Academy?
Oh
Like
man,
with-
that brings an interesting idea. I would say purely no, because
there's everything there.
no, it's because locate object targets objects, and technically these constructs are a type of creature per the way that spell does.
Is there like a specific like what they're made out of? Is there something that would be like not commonly used that's like very specific to them that like Nuala would be able to like see on them to use?
I would say
Like a really weird like material that's used on them.
yeah. I'd
really
say
using
it's more than just the metal. There's magic at work there, and there's probably some sort of material that's used. Out of curiosity, so what would you be using the locate object for to find them at the academy? Like, is it like to just wander the tower, or like, in what sense do you want to use locate object to find more of these?
Well, just to see if there are more, because I know we were saying like we could see if the Karnas Academy had more, but like just to, instead of like going to see and then they just don't have any, you know what I mean?
So I would say that it's a fair thought process. I think the academy has more, and because of the range of locate object, you'd still need to be like fairly close, because it has a range of 1,000 feet.
Okay.
It's like at that point you might as well go to the tower if that's what you're trying to do.
Does locate object, I forget how it works, someone used it like once or twice, but like with that, does it like show like exactly where, or is it just like the building that it's in, kind of?
I imagine it like when you play a video game and there's like an object to find, and it's like illuminated, and even if it's like behind something, like there's no little like arrow line pointing the way, but you can see where it is, even if it's behind like walls and stuff, depending on what the walls are made of and such.
Okay. So we probably shouldn't need to do that then, I guess, unless we really can't find it in the building, then we can use that to like as a last thing just to help us, but never mind.
Well, we could send a group of these to also reinforce the Karnas Academy. Although we should probably stick a note to them to make sure that they don't attack the orcs and that the orcs don't attack them, you know? Oh man, if only we had someone here with a single piece of parchment that could be useful.
Aldrin's there.
Actually, Aldrin was going to stay back in the hallway with the dead body.
Gotcha.
He didn't need to go to the room with the constructs.
With bodies.
So what is the plan?
Well, I suppose we are probably going to head back to the temple ourselves. There are 28 of these here currently.
Mm-hmm.
Let us say...
Did we want to go and try to activate more? See if or do you think that the 28 will be sufficient right now?
Well, I am questioning whether we should leave some here to guard the Colosseum. I feel a detachment of 10 to 12 of them could be enough, especially if any Arnorian soldiers get word that they can congregate here. Although the strategic value of holding the Colosseum, I hesitate to know.
I think we focus. I mean, I don't know if we need 10 to 12 here, but I mean, wouldn't be a horrible idea to keep some. But I think we send most to the academy, or was it the temple? Whichever one it was.
Both. All right. So 10 of you, and Wallace will like just point to 10 of them.
Yeah.
You, you, and you. You are to head to the Karnas Academy, reinforce any Arnorian or Orcish soldiers that you encounter on your way, and vanquish any of these hellspawn that come between you. Hold the academy to your last mat. Well, you're not men, but you get the point.
Without a word, those, you said 10?
Yes.
All right, those 10 begin marching out of the room.
All right, well, we have these here. What do you think? 4 of them? 5 of them to stay here and patrol? Is that too little? Is that too many?
I think that 4 or 5 is a good amount.
Very well. You 4. You are to patrol the perimeter of the Colosseum, and again reinforce any Arnorian or Orcish soldiers that you come across. Give no quarter to any of these devils and demons that are running amok. If you go 2 full days with no one arriving at the Colosseum, you are to head to the Wathwain Temple for further instruction.
And again, without word, these 4 exit the room.
You know what? You go with them. Same thing. And I'll send another one.
It follows behind.
Nope, double time. Come on, keep up. Don't get separated. They grow up so fast. Anyway, the rest of you, you are to follow us and escort us to the temple.
They begin making their way close to you. I'm assuming you go to leave now then?
Yeah, as he's saying that, Wallace will turn and kind of nodding to the people with him, start to head towards the green room that he knows the rest of the group is waiting. to then head towards the temple proper.
Okay. And yeah, they all begin kind of following you and giving you a sort of they kind of surround you in a circle of sorts as you make your way to the green room to grab your other buddies. And eventually, the Barringtons and Vondel, you guys hear a knock at the door as your friends arrive, accompanied by several 6 to 7 foot tall iron people.
Well-
While they were waking up the constructs, can I do something?
Yeah. What do you
I
want to
would
do?
like to cast Speak with Dead
Okay.
to the dead body.
Okay. Let me just check that spell real quick for something. Okay. Okay. You utter the incantation that you know to speak, and you feel as the kind of neck stirs a little bit, and the jaw pops open just a little bit, and you hear this exhale of air. What do you ask?
I will look at it and ask it, who are you truly?
I am John Barrington.
What was your goal with the Colosseum?
Claim what was mine.
Who are you working?
And it kind of just laughs this dry and throaty chuckle.
What do you know about the keys?
What keys? You got one more question.
I know, I'm thinking.
Okay, no worries. You have 10 minutes, so.
What will you do once you take over Arnor?
I will take what is mine. And you hear another
And-
exhale.
And I know I'm out of questions, so with that, I bid you adieu, and I hope that you are not as lucky as me and you don't return to this earth. And I'm gonna walk away.
Do you leave the body?
Yeah, I'll leave
Okay.
it, like, just kind of propped up in the hallway, out of the way.
Yeah. When the rest of you guys come out with those automatons, do you guys say anything about that, or?
We've seen him cast Speak with Dead before, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Aldrin, are you finished with that body? I assume you brought it into this hallway for a good reason.
Yes, it has served my purpose. Do you have need of it?
I don't believe so, but with all this resurrecting and evilness going on, I don't know that we should leave it intact, as barbaric as that may sound.
That is true. And I will cast Sacred Flame at it.
Yeah, the body begins to burn with a beautiful golden yellow flame.
Wallace dips behind one of the constructs as the spell goes off to like hide from the splash damage, from the splash.
In the splash zone.
Yeah. Oh, you meant right now? Oh, whoa.
I'm assuming that I probably would have kind of kept the family out of whatever room that was happening in.
Yeah, it was over a way.
Yeah.
Out of sight.
Out of mind.
Yeah. Well. But okay, are you guys doing anything else before heading back to the temple then?
Bundle, we should probably we'll tell Nuala together.
Okay. I don't know how that's better, but alright.
So Nuala, we heard a little more about the happenings of your friend.
Yeah, it turns out Leah is truly dead, and she's not somewhere out there. Turns out she had already been captured even before Barringtons were in the Coliseum, and she got eaten. A wild span of events.
And you're sure of this?
I mean,
I believe my parents were subject to witness it.
you can ask them for the nitty-gritty details if you would like. Maybe they did. Maybe they watched it. I don't know.
John speaks up. Says, I'm truly sorry, my lady. It happened right in front of us. Unless it was another elaborate ruse, though I don't know who that would be for.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Okay. I don't trust nobody. No. I trust him wholeheartedly.
Hard to read. Seems legit.
Super legit.
He would never lie. Okay.
It's a weird thing to lie about.
Okay. Noah looks away, kind of just off into the distance for a moment, dramatically, and then, well,
Wallace will come up behind her and try to comfort her. Can't reach her shoulder, so will probably pat like the side of her thigh. I feel like that's as tall as he can reach without being awkward. Or he'll whisper to one of the automatons, "Can you come here? Let me get on your shoulder. Let me get on your shoulders. Here." And then he'll put his hand on her shoulders.
Nuala will put her hand on top of his and just sighs and is just, well, she died for a good cause, so I feel she knew her time was coming soon. I didn't think it would be this soon anyways, but I didn't know her long, but she was extremely talented, and yeah, she will be missed. But no time for sadness.
If you want, Nuala, we can speak to the High Priestess at the temple to perhaps have a small vigil, as short as you may need it to be, just to see her off a bit more properly. Despite this being a war, the way that she was killed is not something that anyone deserves. Not as good as she seemed.
Yeah, I second that. I would never want to be offed that way. Not my style.
The body's just completely gone, right? Like it's just eaten. I'm assuming.
Yeah, John or in Vondel or Philip could have specified that the whatever it is that ate her whole. Did you do
I
anything?
have like her?
Oh, go ahead.
No, do I have like? Did any of us grab like her armor or something?
I was just gonna ask.
Can I rule that I did?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It seems completely fair. Yeah, yeah, she had a set of a breastplate, and she had a great sword.
Okay. I guess then when Wallace says that, I'll just say,
let me actually check something.
Well, unfortunately, we can't perform the traditional rites with her body, but we can use what I do have of her, and we can send her off at another time.
Whatever you need, Nuala. But you are right. We should go. And I guess we head out.
Okay.
We gather everyone and go back to the temple for the time being. Would we happen to see any soldiers, Orcish or Anorian, on the way to and from?
You don't. You're on the far northern end of the city versus where the academy and the keep are middle and southern side, which is where they've been placed. It's not a discomfort not seeing them. It would actually probably be the opposite of why are there soldiers this far north when you commanded them to go to the keep and the academy. But the streets are surprisingly quiet. And you guys are able to make your way to the temple without any issue. But then from here we can take a quick break because it is 7:30. And we'll come back in a couple minutes. And you guys can tell me what you want to do next.
Okay, dope.
Alrighty. So then we can, as we come back in, yeah, Vonal, you can cast Identify on that item. And then I want to be able to send it to you. I have an idea. All right. I sent you the link, Vondel. You identify the item as that during your walk.
That's cool.
Eventually, you guys make your way back to the Wathwain Temple unimpeded. And as you come in, several of the clerics rush to the Barrington's aid, and several of them kind of escort Eliza and John to a kind of side spare room. And Amnira kind of pulls up as well. She says, "Oh, you're back already. Perfect. We've received word that the orcs have made their way to the keep and the academy. The keep apparently still has a few residents still in there that they're apparently working on. But it seems the academy tower is surrounded by some sort of creatures. They're not sure if they want to. They're not comfortable approaching by themselves currently. Should they wait for more reinforcements or?
I sent 5. No, I sent 10 after the out to the academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will relay that.
Or it was 10 to the academy, 5 to stay at the Colosseum.
To stay. Right.
Or was it 8? I'm trying to do math. Yeah, you have 13 left. Yeah, because you did 5 and 10, yeah. It's been like 15 minutes and I already forgot.
So many numbers. But yeah, I will relay that to Almira and say that I assume, these automatons escorting us could not be missed. This is only a fraction of what we found at the Colosseum. I was able to, with the help of my party, of course, and Mr. Barrington, we got the command word for the automatons, and I was able to send 10 of them to support at the academy. Make sure your messenger knows the word and can relay that to the leader of the Orcish contingent, and I will relay the command word to her to send along. Write it down if you must. It is imperative that this word is used. It's the only way that we know of that can command the machines.
Yes, she kind of like looks up as these constructs begin making their way into the temple. Wonderful. Oh geez, you all look fairly wounded. Perhaps you should take a rest yourselves. We'll set aside a room here. I'll message the troops. Take a load off for a moment. And You see her, she relays the information you gave her about the constructs headed their way to the temple, or sorry, to the academy. And then she gives you guys a room to be able to take a quick hour to rest up, which is now complete. And after the hour is up, Emnir kind of again approaches and asks, "So, what is our? What's the next plan? What's the step?"
Truth be told, I'm not sure where we should go from here. If the orcs can take back the academy with the help of these automatons, then we would probably be better off focusing our efforts elsewhere. Have you received any word from there was a group of druids that were also assaulting the city. They helped provide cover for us to get in, ideally undetected, but that worked out the way it worked out. But have you heard anything from them?
No, I'm sorry. Other than the druids that apparently escorted a gimbal to the barracks, I haven't encountered any.
What were the druids attacking again?
There were two groups. One that did a grounded attack coming from the north, and then there was the second group that went airborne, which was Kokirth, not Amnira, Aethelfair, and Aaliyah. Some of them riding either on Kokirth or riding on the Coatls.
So Aaliyah did go with the dragon.
Correct.
And if Aaliyah was captured, then
Something happened there.
Yeah, I wonder. The dragon seemed like our greatest ally at the time, as powerful as it was. I wonder if it made it out, or I suppose just how it fares.
In terms of, and maybe I maybe forgot or haven't rolled yet to check, but in terms of where these other beings are coming from, other than the devils that are here and still in town, in the city, where was there any location that was specified that Amnir knew on, or was there any recon ever done in terms of where, like any original point that they were coming from, or did it look like they came from the one point, or was it just scattered into the chaos?
The reports were that the creatures that first had assaulted the city seemed more focused as of late on like the southern side of the city. At one point they were everywhere, but then besides when this second group then kind of showed up of type of creatures that were then fighting with the devils, the upper district was kind of split in half, so to speak, with the newer arrivals being more centralized on the upper section by the temple, the Colosseum, Thermal Springs, and not Thermal Springs as much. But then the devils were more situated down by the tower and near the barracks and like Fizzlestick's shop, that kind of area.
Okay, so with that in mind, of locations, have we sent any of the constructs to the keep, or was it just the orc soldiers that?
Just the soldiers.
Okay.
You currently have 13 of these robots with you right now.
Okay. Didn't we say that we saying this to the group? Didn't we say that we were going to visit the keep? Maybe secure that as another location. I know we had some soldiers there, but we have some constructs with us now, so maybe that'll help solidify even more defense from keep. And
I do believe, I believe that it seems as though most of the more tactical targets are, for the most part, taken care of, and I believe that does leave the keep as one of the last, one of the last locations worthy of securing.
That is a fair assumption, or assessment, I should say. Yes,
well,
we should. Now that we have these automatons supporting us, it would be much easier going to try to secure the keep. We could leave a detachment there as well to remain as a garrison, I suppose, of sorts.
Well,
and if anything, I guess would happen in terms of we need more numbers. We can get more from the barracks, but I think we're fine as is. Don't really know. I do remember that when we left the keep, there was a lot of them there. So we're going back into it, I guess.
I might add that there may be even another reason to target the keep. Well, I was thinking, as I always do, it could also be a way to leave a bit of have a bit more of an impact in Arnor once all this has blown over, of this whole invasion. I was just thinking about
Are you playing politics already, Philip?
Well, hear me out.
Wallace will just chuckle.
You're trying to usurp power,
because, well, after the attack, the leadership of the city has been essentially decapitated.
Okay.
And
I'm just saying decapitated this morning, huh?
And, well, I'm just saying that we could be in somewhat of a favorable position to be in control of the keep. After all, when you really look at things, we've done most of the work in taking back the city, arranging forces to secure all of these locations from our enemies.
When I steal everything from the keep, that'll be the argument that I use. Thank you for helping me. Always so smart. Always thinking, Philip. Thank you.
Yes, that is, again, a very fair assessment, Philip. I concur. The city will need leadership of some kind after everything is said and done, and perhaps even before we are fully out of this.
He puffs his chest out a little bit.
God.
We'll discuss our recommendations for the head of state, I suppose, another time. But for now, let's head on our way and see what there is to see. Who knows? Perhaps there may yet be someone we missed hiding out in the keep.
Perhaps.
And I think we head out at that point.
I think so, yeah.
Out of curiosity, are you guys planning on identifying any of the stuff you found? Or are you just saving that for later?
If when Aaron does the identify, is he able to do like multiple things at once? Or because I know I did.
He can identify one item at a time.
With the wand, or is it?
He can ritually cast identify.
Okay. That's the same result. Okay.
It doesn't cost anything for me to do it like that.
Alright, well,
Would that, I guess, impede his the ability for him to take a short rest, because at that point I would say identify some of the more valuable looking things, more useful looking things, and then we can save the rest.
I mean, it depends on how much of a rush you're in. It's up to you guys.
Well, that is true. We don't really need to be in a rush.
The devils or the fiends and whatever can continue killing each other's, help us reduce the numbers. We can try as we might here with the items that we've got.
Seconded. Let's see what goodies we have here.
Starting off, what was that shirt?
So
The shirt.
Everyone wants to see the cool Hollister.
It's called the Song Guard. I think this is for Bard. I'm not. This is require attunement by one, so I don't think it's like anyone can. But it essentially functions as a regular set of leather armor. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to your charisma modifier. That might be good for you, Wallace.
Ooh.
And you also increase your base walking speed by 10, along with your boots. If you still got that.
That's good for a dwarf.
Yeah. And then you gain a bonus to your initiative equal to your charisma modifier as well. But yeah, it's a translucent leather armor. It never gets dirty or wet. It keeps any of the clothing underneath dry. And
That's pretty cool.
if you have a shield, you can't gain the benefits of the armor, but I don't think you have one. So I'd say in the benefits of advantages, I think Wallace is the only choice that would be feasible.
Yeah, if it says attunement only for a bard, I think the only person who probably would be able to go to is a bard.
I would want it, but I've got my cloak, Wallace. I don't need it.
I am humbled that you all feel I should have this so readily. I cannot hope to refuse.
Did Vondel tell you guys, everyone else about this before or after the short rest?
I would have done it. I in the way that I was walking, would that have been when I would have done it, or would you have said that I did it like I was in the temple?
You can tell them whenever you want.
Okay, I tell them after the short rest.
Okay.
Unless that I don't know how long the attunement takes. Is it like an hour? Or...
Yeah, it takes an hour and it can be done during a short rest.
Okay, fair enough. Then I do before. Sorry.
Okay. I'm just curious.
I'm over there.
Well, it has very much an attitude of like, when someone accepts an award, it's just like, oh, me? Oh, really? I couldn't. I will, but thank you so much. I'd like to thank all my fans.
Where's Kanye?
I just want to say...
Kanye is tripping.
It's been tripping, brother.
Dagmar put out the best album of the year.
I like to imagine that the shirt is like a muscle shirt with like the tuxedo print on the front.
Yes. It never gets wet.
But yeah, if you told him before, then Wallace, if you wanted to, you can take your short rest hour to attune to Song Guard and add it to your sheet.
What is it called?
It's called Song Guard.
Song Guard.
Can send the thing what you sent me.
I found it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you, though.
And then is Aaron? Are you identifying them after your short rest, or are you guys saving that for later?
I guess I will after the short rest.
Okay. What do you plan on identifying first?
I believe you said there was a pendant and then there was something else.
Yeah, there's a necklace. There's a jug. There's some spell scrolls, and there are a set of boots.
You know what? Let's do the jug first.
Okay. 10 minutes and like 6 seconds or whatever it is go by. and it is a alchemy jug.
Ooh,
Oh.
interesting.
This so it essentially just makes a liquid of my choice.
Basically, there's a
Oh, that's cool.
pre-programmed list, but yes.
2 gallons of mayonnaise. Okay. He says this can make a multitude of different liquids. Some more useful than others, but it can, yeah, it makes liquids.
Interesting.
Make up
Acid
to a
sounds
gallon.
interesting.
Yeah, it can make acid, some poison, beer,
Ooh, poison?
mayonnaise,
Oh, I
and
saw the
wine.
second part. That'll be good. I still have my poison dagger. I might ask you for a lot of that.
Oh, you do have that.
Alrighty, and I guess I'll start on the amulet next.
Okay. Just because there's do you plan on like identifying all? There's like I said, there's just 2 items left, and then the scrolls. Do you just plan on identifying the items and doing the scrolls later?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I can just tell you. Yeah, you spend this half an hour to identify these 3 items. The necklace is a periapt of health.
Okay.
Ooh.
And the boots are a set of boots of the vigilant.
Oh, okay, that's good. And then you said a periapt of health.
Or oh no, it should be. That's not right. Hold on.
Ooh. Vigilant. Initiative.
Oh, sorry, it's not a periapt of health. It's an amulet of health.
Oh, that's it's a lot better.
Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. I have that in my other game. That's not what it's supposed to be. I wrote it down wrong.
Sir.
It's an amulet of health.
Well, I basically just explain all these items and I don't necessarily have any interest for them besides the jug, but if anybody wants all 3 of them, it's up for grabs, I guess.
For context, the amulet of health will set your constitution score to 19, and the boots. What do the boots do? They add.
It gives you a 1d8.
Yeah, you get to add a d8
initiative.
to your initiative once a day.
Constitution. 19.
Are either of them attunement items?
I think the amulet is. I don't think the boots are.
Wait. I just heard boots and I was like, oh.
Oh.
Gonna put it in chat.
For to hold on to, like, so to say, get hit with a spell. For saving throws, that's concentration, but the skill under that is Constitution, or is it?
Correct. Yeah.
It's a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Okay, so for spell casters, that probably good, right? Unless someone already has a 19 score in it.
It also raises your health too.
Yeah.
Because if your con goes up, obviously.
This is true. Yeah. Okay. Forgot that too. Oh. I think I only have 1 more slot for attunement. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tapped for attunement slots.
Really? Who has 1 left? Because I don't think, in terms of initiative, a D8. That one isn't. Oh, wait, the boots aren't attunement, right? You said
No,
only
they're
the
not.
amulet is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take both the amulet and the boots if no one wants them.
Okay. That is a tanky ass dwarf.
Get scared, because Vondel's coming.
High AC wizard, tanky dwarf.
Yeah, it's a weird mixture.
Paladin.
I mean that armor brings Wallace's AC to 19. I've never been this tanky.
Yeah.
We're at the same now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm still 17. You guys have... it's all good.
I guess we'll be the front line. Fighter.
Everyone get behind the two short people.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Lit. And this is after, so I can't attune to this because.
If you want to take another short rest, you can.
No, I'm good. It is fine, but I will take those boots.
And then there was those 2 bags. I do apologize if I had forgotten to mention.
Oh yeah, there were the 2 other bags. I think I put them in the bag of holding. If I guess we can save that for unless. I mean, I don't think those are those like items themselves, or is just like inventory essentially.
I mean, you haven't opened them.
Fine. I'll look into it if it. I don't think it's gonna. Change,
as you open them, they're quite hefty bags. One of them seems like it's full of gold coins, and the other looks like it's full of platinum coins.
Okay, put both of those in my bag of holding. I never did anything, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. The scrolls we can do for later.
Okay.
Matter.
Alrighty, and then you guys are heading to the keep. Alrighty. After your short rest and a little bit while of identifying these items, you eventually set back out. Are you going just the 6 of you, or are you bringing the constructs?
I think Wallace will leave 3 of the constructs at the temple.
Okay.
And of course giving, I think, Almira the command word and telling her to use them as she sees fit, whether she sends them off somewhere else or keeps them around just to patrol.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and she'll tell you that she's gonna keep them to watch over the temple on the outside. And then, but she then bids you good luck, of course. But yes, okay. So you're bringing 10 with.
Yes.
If my math is right. Cool. So over the course of the next couple of minutes, you guys begin making your way to the keep. Are you going stealthily, normal, fast-paced?
How stealthy can we be with 10 marching robots?
Well, that's up to you.
How about we move at a normal pace, but we have Vondel ahead of us, going stealthy and trying to call back. I can keep a message open with Vondel, like just kind of pass message every so often, or if Vondel has message, he can message back. Just to be alert for danger, but yeah, I don't know how stealthy we want to try to be with these 10 robot bodyguards.
Okay. Yeah, if you're going straight, can I just have everybody roll me a d8? 8. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys make your way, and you do have a single kind of incursion with some of these strange creatures. Looks a lot like ones you kind of ran into earlier. They kind of just really stink. But it takes almost no effort to be able to clear through them, especially with your automaton friends. And eventually you do arrive at the keep. You notice that there's just these pools of this black ichor that kind of litter the steps up to the entrance. And as you make your way inside, I should pull up the map for me, actually. And you make your way through the entrance. You are back up in the entry hallway that you were brought in through when you first came into the keep. And it is fairly quiet and empty right now. You can see that there's, again, more pools of this black ichor, and you do notice a few, looks like bodies of orc soldiers. And you can hear the sounds from the far end at the end of this sort of chamber, some sort of noise. You can hear a clanging of metal and individuals shouting in Orcish beyond the door that you can see. It's about 100 feet ahead of you.
We see the orcs, but they don't see us?
You don't see them. You can hear, because you can recognize Orcish. You can recognize the voice, but you don't see them. They're further down the hallway. You can see that there's this, how should I say, basically just the doorway. This is a long entry chamber. And you can hear on the very far end the sound of what seems like battle of sorts.
Combat? Alright. I guess we...
Wallace will cast a message in the direction of the orcs just to, I guess, really anyone who's there and say, this is the Glassbreakers, here to support. Please give us an update or tell us you're in danger.
Is it an action to respond, or is it a free... Does it specify?
It takes my action to cast it, but it doesn't specify that the receiver also has to burn an action.
Cool.
Just the target, only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you hear a respond of kind of like breathy voice, and responding in Orcish. Do you speak Orcish?
Nope.
You don't understand the response.
All over again.
Fuck's sake, these orcs and their Orcish. I mean, that's fine. Culture, language, all that, great. But I just don't understand. Does it say, I guess, can I do like an insight check or something to see like whether they sound strained, whether they sound like they're like fighting currently?
I'd say you can definitely piece together the strained voice, the sound of combat further down the way. It seems reasonable.
I don't know what he said, but it sounds like they're in the middle of a fight. So, I guess, Glassbreakers. Oh.
All right. I realized that. Okay. I guess we just move on ahead to meet up with them and.
Wallace will turn to the automatons and say, advance swiftly and cut down any fiends you see in your path. Protect the orcs as much as you can.
Okay. You make your way forward, kind of bypassing this one centered open space where you can see that there's each corner kind of this room extends up into a set of stairs that spiral around up to a higher floor. But then before you, further, you can see or able to open up the doorway from where you can hear the sound of combat. And as you kind of push the door open, you see just kind of these final blows of several orcs wielding great axes and great swords, cutting down several of these fiendish creatures that you first encountered when you entered the city. And as the final one is struck down by a heavy battle axe crushing strike, the orcs in total, looks like there's about 17, take a moment to pause as they see you and still in a readied battle stance before they lower. And one of them calls out in Orcish. Does anybody speak Orcish anymore?
I believe Aaron does.
Aaron?
Hey.
Yeah.
You hear as he calls out, Glassbreakers, it's good to see you.
He says hi.
God damn
Wallace waves.
Kind of looks back as kind of around, and one of the other orcs approach. And he says, "Hello, my name is Orbog. We are making our way through the keep. We have another group that is up above. We have taken the throne room." This second guy who ends up who has stepped up is speaking in common.
Okay, good.
Good indeed.
Aaron's got to translate all this, man.
But yeah, again, continuing common. You see the one guy is actually translating over for what must be some sort of general leader. And Orbag responses, Krell says that we have not encountered any survivors so far.
That is to be expected, as tragic as it is.
The royal family? You think they're here?
Not that we found.
I was about to ask, like, could you ask them how much of the castle they've checked so far?
You've got people
Yeah.
in the upper level.
They do speak common.
Oh.
Yeah, they're speaking common right now. The only thing that was in Orcish was Wallace's original message and the first thing the guy said when you guys entered. But then now he's got his translator out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're good. I had to make it complicated to make it realistic, of course. When he speaks up, he says, "We have not found any of your royal family, but we've only cleared the first floor so far."
How long ago did you and your men arrive?
30 or so minutes ago.
Right. Well, we are here to lend aid and hold this keep for as long as we can. Where do you feel your men would be better suited?
I'm not sure. We were just told to come and follow your orders. If the top floors are as emptied as these are, I'm uncertain. The streets themselves are crawling, we've noticed. But we can be stealthy if we need to.
All right. Well, you said you haven't gotten. You have not explored the upper floors or the lower floors, correct? Just the first floor here so far?
Indeed. We have sent 2 men upstairs and 2 downstairs.
How many of them are here in front of us?
Currently you have 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I suggest sending more to support them upstairs and downstairs. We can help you here.
Very well.
I wouldn't want you to lose any men on our account following orders that truly we don't really know how to do this, how to retake a city, but we're doing our best and we welcome your aid.
Of course. My men know what they're doing. The 2 up and below are just scouting for now. They're told to return with any word.
DM.
Yeah.
Has Aldrin ever been inside the Arnor Keep?
You made your way there, and instinctively kind of followed this path that took you from the main entry hall down a set of stairs into the antechamber.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I would say no.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe in the past. If he
no.
knew.
You might have, but you're not picking up anything right now.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, in terms of the royal family, I know that Leth is bodied, but I guess I'll help assist wherever quarters the royal family would be in. Kind of just scout around and see if they perished here, or if they escaped in if they got like a lower level, some escape. I'll try to help assist in any scouting if need be.
Yeah, where do you want to go looking?
I'll start with like their like the family quarters, like each of their rooms, just to get a see if anything's missing or looks like it's been ransacked or.
Yeah, you you'd get the impression that if you guys kind of scout out the base floor, you don't find any bedrooms. You're able to put together that it's more likely that the family, if they weren't kept on the main floor, they're not probably kept down below. And you can make your way up to the second floor. Do you go up by yourself, or is this someone going with Vondel?
I mean,
I guess I'd be going up with, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ascend, or well, sorry, I apologize. Who else is going with them? And if you're not going with them, what are you doing?
Wallace would go to the larder.
Okay.
To the kitchens.
I would say, yeah, give me, oh, this seems weird. Give me a survival check if you're purposely trying to find the larders.
Okay. Can one of the automatons give me a help action?
No. They don't know either.
I will go with Wallace.
Oh, it was worth a shot.
Hey, man.
23.
Hey, I know where these damn kitchens
you follow
are.
your nose.
I can smell them.
And you eventually find it's on the, still in the, actually, no, I think this is on, that's what I get for using a pre-built castle. I have to memorize it. You do find, the larder fairly quickly. It is on the second floor, as you ascend the stairs, following your nose, probably with Philip and Vondel in tow. And at a point where they probably break off, you do find a wonderful, fully stocked larder. There's several barrels of ale, and you can see there's a milk churner, several shelves stocked with a bunch of dried herbs and spices, and several other that seem to be holding fresh produce. Not refrigerated, of course, so it's fresh is relative. But you find yourself in this space.
Wallace absolutely has a drink.
Alrighty, so if go ahead.
I thought Wallace took the jug.
I did not take the jug.
Oh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I think Aaron kept that one. But yeah.
It's your film, man.
John?
Royalty.
Yeah, we won't like drink enough to get drunk, but we'll just like try to find the finest bottle he can and take a sip and like savor it. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah,
they've been through some shit.
Yeah, with a 23, I can say you find you're looking for the wine, and you're able to pinpoint this one particular shelf that you can see is stocked with several bottles, and you're able to pull out an exquisite-looking sort of green and blue filigree etched bottle. And what languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, and Halfling.
Halfling. You do notice it's written in Halfling, called Everclear, a sort of it's much better in real life Everclear.
What?
Halfling sort of wine that must have been imported over to Arnor. And you drink it, and it is perfectly smooth. It goes down so easily that it almost feels wasteful to actually swallow it. And it is just quite heavenly.
The first time this language has been useful to me, it is to find a bottle of Everclear. I ain't mad about it. I think that's meant to be. That's great. Yeah, he will pocket the bottle for sure.
For sure, for sure. So with Aldrin and Wallace raiding the wine cabinet and Vondel and Philip scouting, what are Aaron and Nuala doing?
I was gonna go with Vondel and Philip.
Okay.
Right.
As for Nuala?
I guess she'll just go drink in the kitchen. It seems like the thing she would probably do the most.
Right on. Well then the four of you who make your way upstairs, it's fairly quiet on the second floor, and you follow another, as you kind of ascend it, you see as Vondel, Nuala, and Aldrin make their way into one of these off-side rooms. But as you enter forward, you can see a set of spiral stairs that descend again, as they kind of re-come across. You took a left set of stairs, went up, and then now as you go forward, you can see another set of stairs that presumably follows down back into the same room. But then this one splits off into two other sections, along with another set of stairs that ascends in the same manner that it descends, like one spiral tower. Where do you want to go?
Which group did you say is at the tower?
This is group not getting drunk.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
For lack
I
of a
don't
better
exactly
word.
know.
I don't know.
I
You guys
feel
haven't
like-
described group names yet.
I feel like going up is the direction that might be more promising.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really know exactly the layout in terms of the corridors, but just I'll follow Philip. I'll defer to you.
I'm just guessing that the rooms of the royalty would probably be the place in the places with the best views.
Yeah.
Is my line of thinking. So I guess we go up the stairs.
Yeah, okay. So you go up the stairs. And you can see as it rounds about, this time you can see it does continue to go up, but otherwise it leads off into another, back over again, the main tower of the keep. It's down a set of hallway where you can see 6 set of doors, 3 lining each side of the wall. You do hear some noises up above, but then it's quiet coming away from the way of the doors. You hear noises above you, but not in front of you down this hallway.
That's where I would assume the other 2 men have gone up. Assuming the other orc soldiers. We're already in this hallway. We might as well just go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way forward, again, there's 6 doorways, 3 on each side, and there's another set of staircases that ascend at the very end of the hallway.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'll just poke in each door. Start with the one closest to the left, maybe. Set 3 on each side.
Okay. Yeah.
Just cursory glances.
Yeah, as you kind of just pop open some of the doors, some of them are locked, some of them aren't. With no problem, you're able to pick the locks on those that are. Yeah. The ones that are locked, they look like they're bedrooms. Though they're fairly clean, they look like they're untouched. The ones that are unlocked, it looks like a lot of the rooms actually, all of them except one are all bedrooms. 2 of the doors were locked. 3 of them looked like they were bedrooms that were unlocked. And as you kind of enter those, you are greeted with a nasty smell that permeates through the door before you even open it, with a ripe sort of burning smell, like something that was on fire but isn't anymore, mixed with another kind of, it smells like meat.
Damn.
Ooh, that's...
Hell happened here? You saying the doors I still haven't opened yet, or you're saying that's what I smell?
Before, yeah, I will say that the first 2 doors you try, those are both locked on the left side. And those, when you pick and open them, they're empty. It looks like they're unmoved, kind of guest living spaces. Then the 3 doors on the right, the first one at least that you try, is unlocked, but you can smell this smelly smell that smells smelly.
I just kick open the door.
You kick it open. The smell no longer inhibited by the door assaults your face as you can make out the scattered and ripped apart body or bodies. It's hard to tell. You can't really make out any sort of appendages or bodily parts to indicate whether or not there was 1, 2, or even 3 individuals at a quick glance, but the walls are coated in either singed ash of upholstery or furniture that was on fire, or the blood and viscera that is splattered around the room as well.
Okay. Judging by what they look like, however unidentifiable they are, I to believe that they might be servants of some kind, or just guards.
It's hard to tell. You don't exactly. Again, these people must have been ripped apart in such a way that you can't even make out clothing specifically. There's bits of fabric here and there. I'd say with an investigation check we can find something maybe.
Oh yeah, why not? Just for the heck of it, I'll do it. I'll grab my cloak, and kind of cover over my mouth as I look closer and.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, you make out several kind of bits of fabric here and there that you have to are still pretty blood soaked. A lot of them are singed, but judging by the fabric, you would expect royal family to be a little more properly garbed. This does seem it's more like servants type of clothing.
Okay, yeah, upon looking at this room, I don't think this is anything of note. It's just good to identify if they're royal family or not. If they're just servants, that's good. I'll just close the door again, and I'll look to Philip. Yeah, doesn't look like they're royal family. Just servants. If sucks that this happened, but guess that's what fiends do, I guess.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, smell would say enough, but I guess I got a little too curious. Okay, should we head on to the stairs on the end of the hallway? I'm assuming that those soldiers are up on the other level above. Let's just check this place, see if it takes us anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
There's a set of L-shaped stairs, or not L, I guess U-shaped, goes forward and then turns around and goes up, and then there's the spiral staircase behind you.
Oh, okay.
The spiral staircase is where you heard the noises, and as you've kind of descended further down this hallway, it gets quieter.
Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll just go back up the spiral then. We'll just go towards the nice noises.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you say.
Yeah, you're able to ascend this set of stairs. As you do, it reaches a sort of a wooden doorway, or door, I guess. Doorway's wooden too, though. That you're able to open, and as you do so, you can see just at the quick glance, it looks like 2 individual orc gentlemen who are kind of attempting to fight off these large bird-like creatures that both have them hung up in the air and are kind of holding them above, a good 20 feet above the ground floor of this latch. Looks like you're at a top of a roof of sorts, and are kind of pecking at these individuals who are trying to wrangle themselves free.
Follow.
Um,
You recall. Like, I'll like pull out my cross, my shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say give me. Are you being stealthy?
Yeah, I'll be stealthy.
All right, give me a stealth check.
is Aldrin still with us?
Aldrin is
Aldrin
with
with us?
Nuala and Wallace.
Oh.
Aaron's with us, I think,
I
right?
guess.
Oh man.
Are you sure it's safe to try and go further? Just the two of us, or?
I'm already moving.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're pretty stealthy. They look like they haven't seen you yet.
All right, and just to relate, orcs, they're like essentially just being like, they're like in like, their struggle with these bird-like creatures. With them.
These huge bird. They would be considered large size, and they're kind of holding these individuals up in the air, and are kind of pecking at them. As they're like in flight.
So they're being are the orcs being carried?
Yeah, the orcs are being carried.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I'll like. How close do you say I would have gone in retrospect to where they are?
I would say you've only like opened the door, and you can see them. They're about 30, 40 feet away. No, not that far. Actually, I can look at the map. They're about 20-ish feet away, but then like another 20 feet up.
Okay. I guess I would look back to the rest of them, or however close they are to me. I'd say, these orcs need help. They're being lifted up in the air by birds. I don't think diplomacy would be good here, so we should take action before they do something that we don't want.
All right. Well, I'm right behind you.
All right.
Gonna...
Yeah, I guess from like the just like opening the door slightly, I'll let's see. I don't think I can do lightning lore. I think I'm too far away from that. But I guess I'll just fire an arrow from where I'm at onto one of the birds, trying to release them.
Okay.
Onto whatever's holding them to the orcs.
Yeah, there's one that looks it looks like it's been taking quite a beating. That you're able to target. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
At advantage because you're hidden.
Yeah, fair enough.
19 does hit.
What did I do?
For 37.
Yeah, fair enough. It didn't do anything well.
Yeah, you aim your arrow or your bolts, or neither of these. You aim your crossbow at this one individual Vrak, who you fire at, and the arrow or bolt sinks right into its skull, and the orc falls the 20 feet back onto the top of this battlements, taking 10. Okay. And as it does so, the creature then falls to the ground as well, while the other three, you can see, all turn and look at you, giving out this loud screech. And we can roll initiative. I don't have a map for this, so we're just going to theater of the mind it.
All right, do we need a token for initiative?
Oh, yeah. Here.
To right onto the hex map.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Crazy.
I was like, just throw yourselves on the hex map and then roll initiative that way.
I move to the 5 silver end. I'm gone. I leave this entire place. I'm joking. Alright.
It's just you two?
Hold on 1 second.
Looks like.
Do you think we should go check on them, or should we have another sip? Would you like some Nuala? This is divine halfling Everclear.
Don't worry, maybe a message can reach from where you are.
Well, it goes. It's 120 feet, and it can go like around corners, through
it's not
doors,
like
windows, and stuff.
not like linear or anything. How do I? I'm blanking on initiative. How can I not do that?
So
Let's
I think
see. What did I roll? No, I'm gonna use a D8. I want to try that bad boy. That's once a day, I think, right? Oh my god.
Yep.
I have the worst luck, dude.
Uh,
When I need it. Alright, fine, 18.
Oh yeah, Aaron, you're here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Second, sorry. Okay.
Got this right, guys.
Okay. So, you fire this shot, and as the one creature falls to the ground, along with the orc individual, I should need to tally up his time.
Could I say, because this is something that I've always had a question about with Shadow, in terms of when, so it says additionally if you are hidden.
Oh, this is correct.
and
Yes.
I wasn't. Yeah.
Remake.
When I make an attack, you can make a contested stealth check.
Yeah, give me
at
a stealth check.
disadvantage.
So
I
yeah,
make
it'll
it
be
at
straight for you.
disadvantage. Straight for me.
Yeah.
Contested by their wisdom check. All right. Stealth. Straight roll. 23.
Okay, yeah. And they'll make an attack at advantage. Doesn't matter. They are not sure what's going on. They see the door is opened, and this one of their allies has fallen. They're just not sure where you are yet. And the one of the two that still has the orc begins flying off away with the orc.
Okay.
He's
As soon
screaming,
as
yelling.
I fire, I look to Aaron. Hurry! One of them is taking them.
And he flies 120 feet. Aaron.
Holy shit!
oh wow.
120 feet, you said?
Yep, it dashes.
Okay, how far away is it currently from me?
140.
Okay. Can I run like 25 feet towards it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna firebolt it.
Okay.
20 feet. Range 115 away.
Yeah, that'll put you there. 24 definitely hits for. No, you can see as it blasts kind of into the shoulder of this creature, but doesn't look like it does the damage it should. It kind of seems like it's able to shake off a majority of it, but it did take the hit. But it is still flying. Is there anything else you're trying to do?
No, that should be it.
Alrighty. The one orc who's fallen on the ground stands up and calls out in common. Says, "Hurry! They're taking Tolmac. What do we go? We need to get out of here. They're not this." And he just gonna hold his action to fucking stab if anything gets close. Vondel.
How close is he to the other birds? So you said there was 3 of them, or?
So the one that dropped stood up and then said this. The one that's getting flown away is super, super far. The other 2 of these creatures are about 20 feet up in the air right now. So at max, they're like 30 feet away.
Max 30 feet away? Okay. I guess after the fireball, they know where we are, so I'm not hidden anymore. So I'll still steady aim and shoot.
Okay.
One of the
You're staying in the. Okay. Yeah. You open the doorway to get. You would have to open the doorway to get line of sight.
Yeah. I'll move in. However.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
In this room, is there anywhere else that I can essentially get at least somewhat of a cover, or is it just like open area?
So you're in like this doorway. After Aaron's kind of actually no, yeah, Aaron rushed past you, so the door would be open. You could get cover, but you would need to like move to do so. You'd have to descend the stairs, but then you wouldn't be able to steady aim.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'll just keep so right now where I'm at, I don't have You said the door's open, so I would have line of sight?
Yeah, you'll have line of sight. I'd forgotten that
Okay.
Aaron went before you, so yeah, you'd have line of
Yeah, okay,
sight.
so in that case, yeah, I'll just steady aim and aim at... do either one of them look, like, injured, or they both look like...
Both of them look like they're a little injured, but not by much.
Alright, that's fine with me. Shadow does damage to anybody.
You guys are entertaining to look at.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do 17, and then... Come on, baby, 27? Okay.
Yeah, 27 does hit. And which one are you firing at? Just one of the two? Yeah, they're both equal. It won't matter. For goodness, 32 damage. You see that one starting to look heavily wounded as you kind of hit its wing, and it falters a little bit, but it's able to stay aloft. Though it's starting to look bloodied. Did you do anything else?
No, that's all I do.
Alrighty. The other one swoops in and kind of lands above this sort of kind of nook that this stairwell is built around. It's like there's this... You open the door and you're in the center of this large, roughly 40-ish foot wide platform, and then in the center is this roughly 20-footish kind of outcropping. And it lands right above the doorway. And you can see as it kind of shrieks and kind of shakes itself, and you can smell as these kind of dust and spores pour out from the creature. And can I have, let's say Philip and Vondel both give me Constitution saving throws. Vondel, you can make yours with advantage.
Oh, I can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna need it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so Vondel, you're fine. Philip, you are currently poisoned as you kind of breathe in this dust, and you kind of hawk a little bit in pain from your throat, but you're otherwise doing okay. After which the one that just got shot flies over and is going to attempt to grapple Aaron.
Did you see the roll?
From what? I don't need one from you. You're further than 15 feet.
Yeah, you're out of the range.
You're good.
I was so confused with the rolling for a second.
But can you give me either a athletics or an acrobatics check, Aaron, please?
I'm gonna give you an acrobatics.
Ooh,
baby.
It swings down and tries to grab at you, but you're a little guy, and so you're able to just kind of duck out of the way of the claws that have reached down to grab at you. But then it stays kind of within your reach a little bit. Philip.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna... So the one that Vondel shot, how far away is that from me? Roughly?
That one's about exactly 20-ish, 25 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's currently based with Aaron.
With it, okay. I think I'm gonna run up to it and kind of alongside Aaron, and make a couple swipes at swipes at it with my rapier not activated.
Not activated. A couple swipes.
Yeah, just a few.
Nothing crazy.
And
some large.
yeah, okay. Here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 is the action, and then bonus action if I was dual wielding.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth one, and I think that's in my offhand with the regular rapier.
Okay.
I'm thinking 11. Is it
11 doesn't, but a 15 does.
Okay.
For 22, 31.
And then, could I put a, can I put a, can I put a maneuvering attack on, that, basically is kind of telling Aaron to kind of get back a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, what does maneuvering attack do?
You can maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position, add the damage to the, add my superiority die to the damage, and he can move without taking You just reaction to move up to half his speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Alrighty then. Very cool. Yeah, Aaron, do you want to move?
Most definitely. I don't like the bird thing being that close to me.
Extra 2 damage.
Alright, very nice. Okay, yeah, and that bird's looking hurt.
Does that break grappled?
He's not grappled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
the same.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope. That's all.
Alrighty, then that comes to this orc, who's freaking out. He is going to. Oh man, he's kind of stuck. He's not going out with a fight though. He's gonna take out his scimitar and just swing at this rock. Oh, look at him go! He gets a 20. That one will hit. And they have magic weapons. Alrighty. That's that orc at the back of the top. It just keeps flying away. It keeps going. And then actually, as it gets far enough away, it just drops him.
Yeah.
And starts circling back. We come to Aaron.
Fuck, I should have done Featherfall. Damn. Alright, it doesn't matter.
So
I think he's a little out of your range.
Is there
he's
just
way
2
too
of
far.
them or 3 of them?
There's 3 currently. 2 of them are near you guys. The third is very far away.
Okay, the one that just tried to grapple me, I'm going to toll the dead on them.
Alrighty. Wisdom save?
Yes, DC 18.
Alrighty. It's a 23.
Damn. Okay.
You hear this ringing, and the creature doesn't seem like it listens to music.
Alrighty, and that'll be all.
Alrighty. This guy pulls out his bow, switching back. He's gonna use steady aim, and is going to fire at the one that just killed his buddy. 2 longbows, 15 and a 20. Those both will hit.
My man.
For 17. And then we come to Vondel.
Alright, so one that I hit, the one that's a little bit farther away, not the one that's closest. You said that one's pretty bloodied?
Yes, the one that's near Philip.
Okay, yeah, I think I still have line of sight, so I'll steady aim again.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, 27 hits for, goodness, 40. Yeah, and with that, again, it's another headshot that just completely severs the head from the body, and it goes tumbling down onto the top of this rooftop with you guys. That brings us to other Vrock, who, oh man, gives out a howling screech as it lands up again on top of this platform where its buddy was. And I need a Constitution saving throw from actually just Vondel and Philip again.
Still with advantage?
Yep.
I'm assuming. 14.
This one's not an advantage for Vondel.
Okay, then just 14.
14. Philip, as you kind of hear it, you instinctively go to kind of cover your ears, but you just feel frozen in the moment for now, and you are stunned. Which brings us to Philip. Philip, you are stunned.
Okay.
Yep,
Do
you're
I
stunned.
make like another save at the end of my turn? Or?
Nope. The one Vrock, it moves 60, 120. As it dashes, it gets its way back over and starts hovering around you, Philip. We're back to Aaron.
Okay. I'm going to firebolt the one that's... I think so the one that was now hovering over Philip, that's the one that dropped the guy and killed him?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna firebolt that one.
Okay. Let's see it. 13, unfortunately, as it's kind of diving in towards Philip, the bolt just shoots wide and is unable to make contact. Anything else from Aaron?
See what bonus action spells I might have. I got Misty Step onto it. No, okay, no.
How close is the other one from you? Or did I kill that one?
There's the one that's perched on the roof, and then there's the one that's diving and circling towards Philip.
Okay, well, fuck. Alright, yeah, I'd probably save your Misty Step because you're still in range with some of these guys.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. This one orc calls out, Aaron, you hear him saying, he says, this one is for Tomek, and fires his bow twice at this man over Philip. Oh, geez, 10 and a 10. He's getting a little nervous. It's not great here. It brings us to Vondel. Nah, he didn't use it this time. He's only got 3 a day.
Oh, I see. He's not like me.
Nah.
I guess I'll shoot.
Damage. That's all right.
Let's see. The one that's circling Philip, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I'll steady aim for.
Yeah, 29 hits. And with no problem. Again, this one soars through the wings. And through both sets of wings, and it's like perfectly aligned with the bones that you can hear this kind of shatter noise as the creature kind of just and falls, collapsing onto the rooftop. And you can see just kind of, again, parts of this ooze pouring out of its hollow bones.
Does some of it get on Philip?
It's all over Philip. It's disgusting.
After I shoot at it, I'm like, bullseye. Oh, sorry, Philip.
Ew.
Sorry, wasn't not my fault.
After this, though, this final rock is not interested in dying today, or at least not here, and soars away. We can drop out of initiative. The individual orc gentleman kind of takes a moment and replays his bow, and in Orcish, calls out, we knew what we were, and then switches over to common. Druid was a good warrior. He will be missed. What are you doing here? I wasn't told you were arriving.
Well, we were trying to search for the Arnors. Haven't had much luck so far.
Well, I can tell you that we've checked their living quarters, and unfortunately I believe them to be dead.
Vondel, you said that those were servants.
Is he talking about the one that I found?
To the orc, you mean...
What you don't trust me?
Well, the room with you describe it, Vondel.
Yeah. I tell him that I found two servants in the downstairs area and I ask him, like, is that what you thought, or are we talking about something else?
He says, I'm not certain which one you speak of, but on the very top floor in their royal bedroom, we found the corpses of 4 individuals. It looked like 2 of them were female and 2 of them were male.
Oh, yeah.
We assume these to be the royal family.
Can you take me to them still?
I can, yes.
Oh, thank you.
And he descends the staircase with you. You guys follow past the rooms that you inspected. I says, don't go in there. It's horrid. And then ascends that U-shaped staircase where you come up to a second platform again. And here you can see, or you can enter through another doorway that looks to be some sort of royal bedroom set with a decadent bed and assortment of how should I say furniture, full of the royal garb. You can see the house sigil of Arnor decorated on a banner on the walls, and scattered on the floor you see 4 charred and slightly torn apart bodies.
Well, damn. Guess you don't believe it till you see it.
I'm sorry about your loss.
My loss.
I mean, I don't know. I don't live here.
Yeah. Don't. I guess I would like, in terms of the room that this is where they were, is this like sufficient to say that this was like their room, or in terms of seeing like where like the royal quarters for like the mother and the father, like Lethis, is that a different room?
This room itself is fairly large. It's a lot larger than any of the other rooms you inspected. And you get the impression that it would make a lot of sense that this was the king and queen's chamber. Okay. And you do know that the king had the king and queen had 3 children, 2 men and 1 daughter. And it kind of makes sense.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I can assume that much. I'll just like look around the general area, see if anything out of place, or even secret doors or entrances.
Yeah,
just to make sure.
For sure. Give me an investigation check. While he's doing this, what are Aaron and Philip doing anything?
I don't think he'd have anything to do. I mean, no. I was gonna say, like, I mean, would it be like a bad idea to like scoop up? I guess there's no like DNA sample for verification.
Well, here, let's say that with investigation, Vonal, you're able to. You can make out a scorched ring on the finger of one of the female-looking bodies. It's kind of hard to tell. They've been charred quite thoroughly. But one thing you do notice, you kind of what are you inspecting? I should ask, I guess. You said you're looking for like doors and stuff like that. Are you just checking the whole room, or?
I guess in the sense of looking for secret doors, that's my like avenue. But in terms of anything else that I find, I guess would be applicable if I don't find secret doors.
Okay, yeah. You don't find any secret doors, and you do a thorough check. You're convinced there's no secret doors, but you kind of start checking maybe like some of the dressers, and there's a sort of I don't know the name of it. The makeup table, there's a name for it. I should know what it is.
Vanity?
I don't. Vanity, thank you, yes. You check the vanity. It's actually interesting. A lot of you would expect the royal family to have quite a bit of jewelry or some sort of adornments. And you notice a lot of the drawers seem entirely empty. There's some kind of paperwork here and there, and assortments of makeshift makeup, so to speak, time, era, present, logical. But you don't find any jewelry or any monetary value on anybody. The only thing of value, I say in quotes, is you do find a ring on the left-hand ring finger of one of the female bodies.
All right, yeah, I'll just take that. I'll just pocket it, yeah, when I see it. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else that I would look for other than that. I think I'm confident in this route now.
Okay.
We can, if I'll say to others, I've done my check, nothing out of the ordinary, paperwork's, I mean, the jewelry's gone, someone got to it before me, but,
sure.
That's to be expected during war, you know?
Well, perhaps we go back and find Wallace and the others and inform them of the situation.
Okay.
I wonder how the Vanthifers are doing. Mortlock's probably still doing paperwork,
we can expedite some of it. You guys make your way back down. to the rest of the group, the other three. I'm assuming you explain what you found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't include the ring. I
Okay.
already put that in the bag. I already put that in the bag of holding.
Right. Does Philip or Aaron speak up on that about that at all?
At this point,
I just wink at Philip while I'm taking stuff.
At this point, it's just, oh, there goes Vondel.
Yep.
Okay, I was just curious.
Until I kill somebody.
Like, what am I gonna do? Stop him or?
Always try.
Yeah, Aaron probably wouldn't mind.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say everything else that they would need to know. Yeah. Including the jewelry, everything else, but yeah, they're dead.
Philip's thinking about other things right now.
Understood.
Thank you for doing that.
But okay, yeah. So you go back, you inform. I'm assuming then the rest of the group, with you six back together, and Jutor. What are you guys doing? What's the plan? Where do you go?
This is after we
after you find the larder,
yeah.
you find the rest of your group. I'm assuming you tell them what you found. You don't encounter any other creatures on that journey there or back. Otherwise.
Well. Oh, sorry.
I'm sure the orcs appreciate you saving one of their men. I did suggest they send more, but
tried my best.
Just a dwarf. But we have drinks. Would you like a drink? Wallace will just grab a random bottle and pour them like a shot.
I would love a drink right now. And Philip will accept that.
If he hasn't already, Wallace will direct the automatons to guard the entrance of the keep and guard the. I guess are there like battlements?
Yeah, basically.
Patrol the battlements of the tower. To not engage. But like notify if anything is so more like recon and scouting as opposed to search and destroy.
Okay. How they don't really have a communications system to like message you? How do you instruct that? Like to just come get you if they see anything or
I mean, I guess.
Yes.
There's
okay.
no other artificial way that we can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. And yeah, as you kind of, if you guys are able to finish scouting the rest of the building, it looks like the orcs took care of a lot of it before you guys got here. After you're fairly certain that the keep has been cleared, what is your forward motion plan?
Well, is the Coroner's Academy still being sieged? We sent a few of the golems down there earlier, but I'm not sure if it was clear on if they were, if there was enemies inside that had to be cleared out, or if we're trying to like break a siege there. What was the situation?
Yeah, you basically just sent half the troops to the keep, half to the academy tower, and then a group of automatons to the tower.
There was also a messenger that was sent from the temple containing the command word and just advising that the automatons are there to support the orcs.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So they would have. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, hold on. So when you had sent the automatons to the tower, Amnira would have given the command to the constructs to make their way to the tower and to kill anything that's basically not a humanoid. She wouldn't have sent a like messenger with them. She would have sent just them.
See, I sent
what you were thinking, yeah.
I sent the automatons from the Colosseum to support the Academy.
Correct.
When we got to the temple, I believe Almira said that she gave us an update about what was going on at the Academy.
Uh-huh.
I believe. And I assume she had a messenger, or a way to get a message to them, because she's getting messages from them.
Okay, yeah. I would say just to interject. She basically sent the message to the troop, and then she basically checked in a few hours later. And they received the response that they were kind of checking the area, scouting to see. They're worried because there was quite a few people still around the area. And then she sent the response that, or she received the response that what was going on. And then when you guys got there, she sent a message with sending to those troops saying that there were these automatons on their way to aid. But she wouldn't be giving them like the command word or anything like that. And she wouldn't send an individual. She would just be like, okay, we're sending back up these robots.
Okay, then I guess they don't have the command word, but the automatons did have orders to, support the orcs and fight the fiends. Essentially. And hold the academy, would be the ultimate thing, the final thing, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Well,
go ahead.
So then we hold the barracks. We hold, we basically got everything useful out of the Colosseum. We now have the keep, the academy. Is there anything we don't have now? That's kind of like any like major locations that we're in need of? Because otherwise, I think that our whole kind of objective here has gone from like establishing like footholds to just kind of fully stabilizing the entire city now.
Yeah, the only place. Yeah, you've got pretty good confirmation on the barracks, the keep now, the Colosseum, and the temple. You're still waiting on a word from the tower. But so that comes the question is, how long do you like wait for a response, or like what do you do after you found out that the keep is basically reclaimed?
I guess I will posit this. How does the group feel about going to, or not even going to, but just like seeing what we can find out about the royal families, particularly the Van Thampers. The Van Thampers especially because they had that bathhouse with, is that how we had like this whole long, we followed like a river to the fishing village on the coast, right?
Those were not connected.
It was
the river down to the coast was taken from or taken by a passageway beneath a series of like connected businesses where the Barringtons were being held.
The first one,
so there was the bathhouse area that you could surmise was planning
we came
to be...
back out and we had to escape. I remember now.
Yeah, because you could get the idea that because the Van Thampers owned the bathhouse, and then of course they had their below chambers, that those might have been connected one day. They weren't yet.
It was still under construction.
Otherwise, you had the long path that the Pink Pearl brought you from the upper district to the lower district, and vice versa. And then there was the underground river that you took from I have to pull up my notes on that area of the city. But yeah, those are four currently unconnected areas. I can just say to simplify things.
Okay.
Yeah. still don't have exactly the knowledge of how the lower districts, like in terms of what's happening there. It's kind of TBD at the moment, but in terms of like looking through the royal family, you just mean how do you mean, Wallace? Just like locations, or just seeing if they're alive, or what are we talking?
Seeing if they're alive, and I guess are willing to are able to provide any resources, and even if they're not, there have been some that have shown themselves to be less than cordial, I will say, and I would like to know that we don't. I would rather know that we don't have to worry about them than to be surprised by them later on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could go with that. I don't know. We can start with Phantom first. Mortlock's maybe the only one left there, but if he's still alive, for the hell of it, I mean, he's a big guy, so he's probably got it. He probably got it down. But I would love to go back to that place just to probably check some stuff there too, because I had my doubts about that place, but maybe I can try again.
Okay. So your plan next is to head to the Vanthapurs?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go straight there after Arnor Keep, or do you wait to see if the academy is taken or not, or when do you decide to go?
I mean, if we do this while that's happening, guys, would that be, because we can expect to either have a short destination while we're there, or we can wait here. I am in the favor of just going, because I don't want to wait here from whatever's happening. But in the case of, them needing help, I guess that's something that we can factor in, but if we're putting it to a vote, I'd like to go to the Phantom first.
We shall go then. I think Wallace would like to check in with the orcs once everything is cleared out and understand what their orders are, whether they're to be staying put or not.
They're actually under your orders.
Right. That's what I figured. But we'll
call me Lord Vondel.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Lord, sorry.
Yes. Philip, I understand what you mean by
Lord
power.
Commander Vondel.
I understand.
That's actually
I just usurped the power of Arnor.
Yeah, so I mean, leadership in the city going forward might get a bit complicated.
It'll be in the right hands under me. I'm just laughing as I'm saying it. It's
just for my sake on time frame though. Do you once you realize the keep is secure, is that when you're heading to the Vanthapurs? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay, right away. Okay.
Away.
Cool. Well, we can end it here then. And next week, we'll have you guys head over to the Vanthapurs. Probably just to expedite a little bit. I'll wait. Okay, cool. Yes, so, so then you guys can, head over there in a little bit, and we will call it for the night here then. Here at the reclaimed Arnor Keep.
Sweet.
Groovy.
So we're just reliving all the past. I love it that we're just reliving the past places that we've been.
Running the greatest hits.
It feels good. Coliseum of Champions Part 2.
Alrighty, well, then you guys all have a great night, great week, and I'll see you next Thursday.
All right. Yeah. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you next week.
Bye. Bye.